Hello dear students, I like to welcome all of you for my fifth lecture on the topic electrochemistry. In this lecture we are going to cover the following topics. Firstly, we start with the relation between electrical energy and chemical energy. In previous lecture I already introduced the equation delta G is equal to minus NFE. So in this lecture we are going to discuss how this equation comes in picture. After that we are going to talk about the Nernst equation, what is the importance of the Nernst equation in the electrochemistry, and at the end of today's lecture we are going to discuss the problems based on the Nernst equation. Okay, so let's start with the relation between electrical energy and the chemical energy. Friends, I already introduced the equation delta G is equal to minus NFE or delta G standard, which is equal to minus NFE standard. Already we talked about this equation in the previous lecture where we discussed the spontaneity and non-spontaneity of the reaction depending upon the cell EMF value. Okay, so here in this lecture we are going to talk about the relation between the delta G and electrical that is the cell EMF, or how this equation comes in picture. Friends, we know that when we discuss the galvanic cell or the electrochemical cell, we observed the oxidation and reduction reaction there. In that reaction we know that there is a oxidation of the zinc observed and the reduction of the copper observed. So here, due to this spontaneous reaction, there is a formation of a cell EMF, or we can say that there is a flow of current through the circuit, and directly we can say that there is a formation of a electrical energy. So it is simply we can write here the electrical energy which we get in this reaction, that electrical energy which is observed due to the quantity of electricity passed through the cell multiplied by cell EMF. Okay, so friends, we know that the quantity of electricity passed through the solution means that there is a flow of electron, and according to the Faraday, if there is a 1 mole of electron flow through the circuit, so which is equivalent to the 96,500 coulomb electricity. Okay, so if we consider the reaction where the n number of electrons flow through the circuit, so we can easily write, if there is a n mole of electron flow through the circuit, so n multiplied by 96,500 coulomb electricity will pass. So which is a 1 Faraday, 96,500 coulomb, which is equal to the n Faraday, so we can write NF. Okay, so when we put this value in this equation, so we observe that is the electrical energy which is equal to NF multiplied by E cell. Okay, so E cell means that is a cell EMF which is we observed in the electrochemical cell. Okay, so dear friends, we know that in any spontaneous reaction there is a decrease in the free energy of the system observed. So according to the thermodynamics, if there is a spontaneous reaction comes in the picture, so there is definitely there will be the decrease in the free energy. So we can say that the electrical energy which is observed or which is generated in a electrochemical cell, which can be the equivalent to the decrease in the free energy of the system. So here we can write the electrical energy which is equal to minus delta G, so that is a change in the free energy of the system in a spontaneous reaction. When we compare these two equations, so we can write here, so minus delta G is equal to NFE. or we can say that the delta G is equal to minus nRP. So this is the relation between the Gibbs free energy, that is a chemical energy, with the electrical energy or the cell EMF of the system. Okay, so in a standard set we can write this equation delta G, that is at the 25 degree centigrade temperature and the 1 molar solution. So we can write the delta G standard is equal to minus NFE standard. So this is the final relation between the cell EMF of the system, or the electrical energy of the system with the chemical energy, that is the Gibbs free energy. Okay, so now let's solve some problem. Here the EMF of the cell is given, that is the cell, that is CdCl2 AgCl is 0.673 volt at 25 degrees centigrade. It means that standard E cell is given, so we have to calculate the free energy change of the cell. Okay, so we know that the equation delta G standard is equal to minus NF E standard. Okay, so the values given are E cell standard, E cell is given. We know that 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb, but we don't know the number of electron involved in this electrochemical reaction. Okay, so we have the cell representation where the cadmium get oxidized, because we know that on the left hand side there is a oxidation and on the right hand side there is a reduction. So we can easily say that there is a oxidation of the cadmium and the reduction of the silver. So firstly we have to write the cell reaction. By using that cell reaction we can easily calculate the number of electrons which is involved in this process. Okay, so just calculate the, or just write the cell reaction. So cadmium get oxidized as a Cd2 positive with the loss of 2 electron. So we can say this is the oxidation, and so silver Ag positive get 1 electron, there is a reduction of the silver. Obviously there is a reduction observed on the balance the reaction side, because there is a 2 electron involved, so we have to multiply by 2 on the both side. So we got the overall reaction. After cutting this electron we got the cadmium plus twice Ag positive, we got the Cd2 positive plus twice Ag. So this is the overall reaction where we observed the oxidation of the cadmium and the reduction of the silver. So here we got the N value, how many number of electrons involved in this reaction, that is a 2. So N will be the 2. So now put this value in this equation. So delta G standard, which is equal to minus 2 multiplied by F, the 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb, multiply by E standard is given, so which is a 0.673 volt. So 0.673 volt. So finally we got the value after multiplying this, minus 130,332 joule per mole. So we can convert, it is in the kilojoule per mole. So delta G standard, this is the final value, minus 130.332 kilojoule per mole. So this is the easy way of calculating the free energy if there is a cell EMF of the reaction given. Okay, let's see another interesting topic, that is the relation between concentration and the cell EMF. So that is a Nernst equation. Friends, already we discussed about the galvanic cell where the oxidation of the zinc and the reduction of the copper observed, and we calculated the cell EMF, that is the standard cell EMF, by using the oxidation potential. We already solved the number of problems based upon the calculation of the EMF of the cell. So we use the formula E standard cell, which is equal to E standard oxidation plus E standard reduction. If you have the oxidation, standard oxidation potential as well as the standard reduction potential, we can easily calculate the standard EMF of the cell. Okay, so and I already told you that what is the standard state or standard EMF when we can calculate the standard EMF of the cell. If we fix the concentration of the solution 1 molar, both cell have the 1 molar concentration and the temperature of the system is 25 degrees centigrade. That state is called as a standard state, and whatever the EMF we got or whatever the cell EMF we got, that cell EMF we can say that is the standard EMF of the cell. Okay, so we in this Daniel or the galvanic cell, where the ZnSO4 1 molar ZnSO4 solution and 1 molar copper sulfate solution we use, we got the standard EMF value or cell value which is equal to 1.1 volt. Okay, friends, if I change the concentration of the solution, of ZnSO4 to 1 molar to the 10 molar and the copper sulfate concentration 1 molar to the 5 molar, can we get the same electrode potential or can we get the same EMF? No, because when there is a change in the concentration of the solution, definitely there is a change in the oxidation potential as well as the reduction potential. Okay, so how to calculate such type of EMF if there is a different concentration of the solution is given? Means that if there is a non-standard conditions are given, non-standard condition means that there is a no fixed concentration, 1 molar concentration as well as the temperature of the system. So is there is a way to calculate the EMF of the cell? Yes, we have the way or we have the solution to calculate the cell EMF if there are the different concentration of the solution is given. That the equation which can give the EMF with the different concentration, that equation is called as a Nernst equation. So let's see the relation between the concentration and the cell EMF, that is a Nernst equation. Friends, already we discussed in the thermodynamics, that is want of reaction isotherm. So that is a relation delta G which is equal to delta G standard plus RT ln Q. Okay, so here the delta G, that is a change in the free energy at a non-standard state, and which is the change in the free energy at the standard state. R is the gas constant, T is the temperature, and Q is the reaction quotient. So we can easily calculate the reaction quotient when we see the thermodynamic equilibrium reaction. Let's see the reaction here. A plus B, we got this product C plus D. Okay, so here we can easily calculate the reaction quotient. We know that the reaction quotient which is equal to the product ratio of the product concentration to the reactant concentration. So here we can write Q is equal to the ratio of the product concentration to the reactant concentration. So we can write here product which is in this reaction, that is C plus D. So we can write the product concentration C raised to power C. So we use the power, that is the coefficient of the reaction, that is stoichiometry of the reaction. Here the stoichiometry for this product is the C, and here is the stoichiometry for this is the D. Okay, so on the product side there is a D present, so raised to power D, and for the reactant we have A plus B. Okay, so concentration of the A raised to power A and B raised to power B. Okay, so this is the reaction quotient. So it is the ratio of the product to the reactant concentration according to thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay, now just put another value. We know that there is a relation between the Gibbs free energy and the standard EMF or EMF of the cell. So delta G is equal to minus NFE, or delta G standard is equal to minus NFE standard. So just put this value here. So we can put a value delta G is equal to minus NFE, which is equal to minus NFE standard plus RT ln Q. Okay, so just divide this equation by the NF. Now we will get that. So divide equation by NF, we get, so minus E is equal to minus E standard plus RT ln Q. So RT divided by NF. Okay, so we divided this equation. So NF, here the NF cancel, here is also the NF cancel, so RT by NF ln Q. Okay, so now multiply this equation by negative sign, we will get that E is equal to E standard minus RT by NF ln Q. Okay, so now convert this ln to the log, so we get E is equal to E standard minus 2.303. we used to write to 2.303 when we convert ln to the log. Okay, so log minus 2.303 RT by NF log Q. Okay, so this is the equation we got when we put the NFE values instead of delta G. So finally we got the relation between the cell EMF and the reaction quotient. Okay, so when we put this value, that is the concentration of the product to the concentration of the reactant, we get E cell, which is equal to E standard cell minus 2.303 RT divided by NF log C raised to power C D raised to power D divided by A raised to power A divided by B raised to power B. So that is product concentration divided by the reactant concentration. Here, that is E cell is the cell EMF, where the concentration of the solution as this, if there is a different concentration solution is there, that is we can get that cell EMF. E standard is the cell EMF when we fix the concentration of the solution 1 molar with the temperature 25 degree centigrade. N is the number of electron involved in oxidation and the reductions process. F is the Faraday constant, that value is the 96,500 coulomb, that is charge on the electron. R is the gas constant and T is the temperature. Okay, so just put the values, that is a Faraday constant values and the gas constant, we get the equation. So E cell, which is equal to E standard cell minus 2.303 multiply by, we know the value of our gas constant is at 8.314. if we fix the temperature 25 degrees, so we can write it 298 Kelvin. So 25 degrees centigrade means 298 Kelvin divided by N multiply by F is a 96,500 coulomb, that is a charge on the electron, log. So simply we can write the product concentration divided by the reactant concentration. Okay, so when we solve this equation, we get the final equation as E cell, which is equal to E standard cell minus, so after multiplying this factor, we got the value 0.0591 divided by N log, so product concentration divided by the reactant concentration. Okay, so this is the final equation where we can easily calculate the cell EMF if there is a concentration of the product as well as the reactant is given, or if we use the different concentration electrolytes, so we can easily calculate the cell EMF. Okay, so let's try to write the Nernst equation. If there is a reaction given, just take the example of the galvanic cell, where we already know that there is a oxidation of the zinc oxide and the reduction of the copper observed. So we got this reaction. This is on the left hand side, this is reactant side, and on the product side we got the oxidation of the zinc and the reduction of the copper. Okay, so already we discussed this reaction when we discussed the electrochemical cell. So in this reaction we know that the electron which involve, so that is n is equal to 2, because when the zinc get oxidized there is a loss of 2 electron, and when the copper get reduced, the copper accept this 2 electrons. So total number of electron involved in this reaction, that is a 2. So let's try to write the Nernst equation for this reaction. So E cell, so cell means that that is a zinc oxidation and the copper reduction, so which is equal to E standard zinc Cu2 positive minus 2.303, sorry, directly we can write here 0.0591 divided by n, that is the number of electrons involved in this process, that is a 2, log concentration of the product Zn2 positive, which is present on the product side, copper which is also present on the product side, divided by concentration of the reactant zinc and Cu2 positive. Here we can cancel these two values, so Cu positive as well as the Cu and zinc, because the copper and zinc both are the electrode which is used in this reaction, which is present in the solid state. So we can put the value unity according to thermodynamic equilibrium. We have to put the value unity here if your substance which is or species which is present in the solid state. So we have to cancel this after putting one value, it will get cancelled. Okay, so simple equation we can write here by cancelling these terms. So E zinc Cu positive is equal to E standard zinc Cu2 positive minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log concentration of the zinc divided the concentration of the copper. Okay, so if there is a concentration of the zinc ions as well as the copper ion is given, and if you know the value standard electrode potential of the cell, that is when there is a oxidation of the zinc and reduction of the copper observed, we can easily calculate the cell EMF. Okay, so this is the beauty of the Nernst equation. That is, if there is a different concentration, non-standard conditions are given, so we can easily calculate the cell EMF. Okay, so let's solve some problem based on the Nernst equation. In this problem, you have to calculate the EMF of a Daniel cell at 298 Kelvin if the concentration of the ZnSO4 solution, the copper sulfate solution is given, that is a ZnSO4 1 molar, and use the 0.1 molar solution of the copper sulfate solution. Okay, so it means that this is not a standard condition, non-standard conditions are given because both concentration are different, and the given value is there, that is E standard cell is equal to 1.1 volt. It means that if the concentration of the zinc sulfate 1 molar and copper sulfate 1 molar, so we got the value 1.1 volt. Okay, so here we have to calculate the cell EMF if there is a different concentration is given. So now we have the Nernst equation for calculating such type or for solving such type of problem. So just solve it. So we know that in a Daniel cell or in a galvanic cell, in ZnSO4 and copper sulfate solution, there is a oxidation of zinc observed and the reduction of the copper observed. So we got the oxidation of the zinc and the reduction of the copper, and the number of electron which involved in this oxidation and reduction process, that is the value is a 2. Okay, so we know this equation. Now just write the Nernst equation. E cell, so that is a zinc oxidation and the copper to positive reduction, which is equal to E standard zinc and copper to positive minus 0.0591 divided by n. What will be the value for n is equal to 2. Okay, log product concentration, that is a zinc 2 positive, copper so this is the product divided by reactant concentration, so zinc, so this is the reactant concentration, zinc divided by Cu2 positive. Okay, so just put the value. E standard cell is given, that is a 1.1 volt. We have the values for the zinc 2 positive concentration, that is a ZnSO4 solution 1 molar, and for the copper sulfate solution, that is 0.1 molar. And I already told you, for the solid state we have to put the one value, that is a unit activity value. So after putting the value, we got E Zn Cu2 positive, which is equal to 1.1, that is the standard EMF of the cell, minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log, so concentration of the ZnSO4 solution, Z is equal to 1 multiplied by 1, that is a solid unit activity 1. For zinc, unit activity is 1 for the solid, and copper sulfate solution, that is a concentration is a 0.1 molar. Okay, so after solving and after calculating log, so we got the final value. So E zinc copper to positive, so the EMF of the cell, if the concentration of the both solutions are different, we got the 1.07 volt. Okay, so this is the final value, that is the final EMF value when the concentration of the zinc sulfate is 1 molar and the copper sulfate 0.1 molar. Okay, so in this way we can easily calculate the cell EMF if there are the different concentrations are there. So let's try to solve the another problem. Here also they asked to calculate the cell EMF for the zinc and silver cell. The value for the zinc ion or zinc solution is a 0.1 molar, and for the silver, which is a 10 molar is there. Okay, so when the zinc which is in a contact with the silver, so there is a oxidation of the zinc observed. According to the electrochemical cell, in a latter part of this unit we are going to discuss what is the electrochemical series, where when we take the two solution and the electrodes, which will get oxidized, which will get reduced, it will totally depend upon the electrochemical series. Okay, so when we talk about the zinc and the silver solution, zinc rod and silver rod which is in contact with this solution, so here we observe the oxidation of the zinc and the reduction of the silver. So we can write the reaction here. So zinc get oxidized by losing 2 electron, and silver get reduced by accepting electron, single electron. Okay, so for balancing this reaction we have to multiply by 2, so we got the overall reaction. So zinc plus twice Ag positive, after cutting this 2 electrons, so we got Zn2 positive plus twice Ag. Okay, so this is a overall reaction. Now just try to calculate the cell EMF. E cell, that is a oxidation of zinc and the reduction of the silver, which is equal to E standard zinc Ag positive minus 0.0591 divided by how many number of electrons involved. Here is also the N is equal to 2, so here the 2 electrons which is participate in oxidation as well as the reduction reaction. Now just put the concentration log. On the product side there is a zinc 2 positive ion present, silver to power 2, quotient reaction coefficient, that is a 2 reaction coefficient is here, so we have to raise the power 2, divided by zinc, so zinc which is present on the reactant side, silver Ag positive raised to power 2. Okay, after putting the value in this equation, we got E Zn Ag positive, which is equal to 1.56, that is the standard EMF for this particular cell, minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log. So zinc concentration given, that is a 0.1 molar, multiplied by, we know that the activity for this solid substance, that is 1 raised to power 2, divided by activity of the zinc which is in the solid state is equal to 1, multiplied by silver concentration is given, that is a 10 molar raised to power 2. So after solving and after calculating log, we got the final value. So E Zn Ag positive, which is equal to the 1.6486 volt. Okay, so this is the final EMF of the cell when there is a concentration of the zinc given 1 molar and the silver concentration, that is a 10 molar. Okay, so this is the simple way of calculating the cell EMF by using the Nernst equation. So if there is a different concentration or non-standard conditions are given. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture, where we talk about the relation between the change in the Gibbs free energy and the EMF of the cell, and the very famous Nernst equation. So for calculation of cell EMF, if there are the different concentrations or the non-standard conditions are given. Okay, so thank you very much, goodbye.